father was a musician. He played in bar bands. He raised me playing music in bars. As far back as I can remember, there was guitars laying around the house. I guess I was probably 11 or 12 years old, and he took a song, a Hoyt Axton song called Greenback Dollar, and he showed me the chords and how to sing it, you know. So that was the first song I ever learned how to play and sing. You know, I really got into Jimmy Page, and it was hard for me to pick up by ear from the records everything that was happening. You know, I just don't possess that level of natural skill. You know, what's kept me in music all these years is just the passion that's grown for it. It was right after that, man, I heard the Sex Pistols. I pretty much figured out how to play like the entire Nevermind the Bullocks record, you know. That kept me going, you know, and kept me in music. I don't know, I've just been in it, you know, ever since. This song is called Wayward Cain. I kind of like the circular aspect of the way the verse rolls. Wayward Cain is actually, it was a band around in the early punk days down in OC. So what it turned into essentially is just a song about times in life when you might make some sort of selfish decisions. Just kind of act like a jerk. You could take a tune and you could present it in any different manner of ways. You know, it could have been a punk song, really, or a rock and roll tune, or I think the way I'm gonna do it today is just more of a folk version. It's different than the album version. They usually start with a melody for me, and I think that's the case with a lot of songwriters. You pick up your guitar and you start playing some chords and you sing gibberish at first. And hopefully you'll grab onto some kind of an idea, you know.
Guess it's time for me to walk on again. This isn't any place I haven't been before. As I close another open door.
The thing about growing up in punk rock for me was, as down as I was for that whole world, I've never considered myself a purist. I've always wanted to make a record like this. I just finally got to it.
Like a wayward Cain in a world gone insane. As I walk through this valley of darkness, I can feel the arms of an angel holding me close through the tears and the pain.
I tend to write songs sometimes line by line. I actually have found that I don't have a lot of control over what comes out. I've been working at writing songs my whole life. A lot of it's really frustrating at points. The songs of my own that I'm most happy with, I couldn't tell you really where it even came from. You know what I mean?
This kind of living, it takes a bloody toll. I never meant anybody no harm. A smack upside the head and a shot in the arm for luck.
I believe that music has to have some kind of a vindicating quality. You know, we all have our little identities. We roll around with our costume and like, this is who I am, this is the kind of music I listen to. And people get it, you know, they find the music that they listen to is a sort of, it represents them to the world, you know. It's like, okay, this is what I'm into, and this somehow makes me feel like I belong to something.
The tears and the pain, holding me close through the tears and the pain.